close.
Okay.
But it did work out. I did take it, so it was, yes, it worked out.
All right, so he never had a chance. Let's go.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, like, you know what? It's a like Forky's very good. I'm just joking. We both know
Oh, of
that.
course. Oh, yeah. He
But yeah,
did get a really good rest off stage. Like, I was up Bing, and he just got right in between all of those hitboxes and just down B, and I just, oh. But anyway.
So talk to me. So what has been working for? So since we spoke, we talked a lot about advantage state, the rock paper scissors of combat, like the two rock paper scissors systems and how they kind of work together. We also discussed kind of like zoning in general, like how we can use advantage state with our projectiles so that we can like create a better juggle state essentially.
Yes,
to like
yeah.
pressure people. So what's been working? What hasn't been working? Like where are you at basically?
So I used Gommel as a learning opportunity. I kind of focused less on getting results. I spread myself a little thin for Gommel because I entered like 3 other tournaments that were there, and
So
then
you entered like you did the Leffen. I get it.
yes, yeah, exactly. And I used that to determine not only what games I'd want to do in the future, but also like to practice what I was implementing for Melee.
Nice.
So it was good because I got to face a lot of people in bracket. It was I lost to Samus and a Luigi, and the Samus I understand because it was Morse code, so it was kind of like he was playing very good that day.
Okay,
Needless to say.
yeah. Like Morse code.
But
I was gonna say you lost Link Samus, and you're like Morse code. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, never mind. That tracks.
yes, yeah. This was the day he beat Cody, so I was like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Luigi, I was finding was a really good learning opportunity. I was practicing implementing what we had talked about, and there's a few things that I noticed, and it was in part because of matchup experience. Like normally when I face Luigi, like I've beaten pretty good Luigis before, like Amp and Sidward. But I changed my game plan for this one, and instead of doing my usual just pull bombs, I was using it as an opportunity to see like how can I like use undershoot fairs and at what positions does that work, and I'm still learning that, and so that was really interesting to see. So I found like everything that I'm implementing that we talked about has been really good against. I've been really having a lot of success against like Marth, Puff, Ices. And I've been struggling against characters that have really strong, like, horizontal movement, like Luigi and like Fox. So I'd be interesting. I think if we explored maybe the Fox angle, that would also help with the Luigi part too, because Fox can just. It was more so not knowing when was safe to do the undershoot, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. So just to confirm, so when you're doing undershoots, what moves are you doing?
Mostly fair.
Okay.
So it'll be fair in place or retreating fair.
Okay. So to me, if we're only doing fair, I think that might be part of it, because remember, like, you're fair while a great move. This is also Fox McCloud himself that we're dealing with. Part of using things like fair is you still need the timing mix-up of, like, your back... Like, you still need the timing mix-ups of, like, your back airs, your, like, nairs, your up tilts. Like, your other moves are still important. It's just that fair is a good opener. So it's kind of like fair sets the pace of the fair sets the tone of the interaction, and then you have like something else that does like the follow through. It's kind of similar how to like Sheiks do fair forward tilts and things like that, or Marths do fair dash back.
Okay.
So I think we need to look at like fair as not like a one-stop solution, but also as as like an entry point to like other things you can do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd also kind of comment that like it's okay to like set up like Fox is kind of a weird matchup in general, in that you kind of just all right, so this is gonna sound really cheesy, but this has also been how I've been successful versus the character for like a decade, so whatever, people can bite me. But Fox is kind of a matchup where like a lot of how you beat him is just by playing to your character's strengths very, very stubbornly, because at the end of the day, you can't beat him in neutral if given infinite time. Like, if given infinite interactions, he will always have more of the neutral wins.
Hmm.
Like, that's kind of his thing. So, because his neutral is busted, and he can attack, and it's largely because he can attack and defend in any position that's, like, vaguely serviceable.
Hmm.
With Fox, it's really just a damage race a lot of the time. So it's just about like how do we get a knockdown? How do we like open him up? Like so something like a strategy like fair to keep him out might not necessarily be even the best one for that one.
Hmm.
Just given the nature of the character, like we might want to even lean into something where we have like 2-hit combo potential, like full hop nair up air, that kind of thing. Like we might
Yeah.
like that might be a more effective undershoot simply
Hmm.
because it's like it puts us in the air, we use our heavy weight, we can trade, we can get up airs, and up airs kill him. So
Yeah.
we might want to like look at it from that angle. I'm not sure how it looks like. Maybe fair is still important. Like imagine fair grab, fair up tilt, fair down smash, like anything like that being quite good.
Hmm.
But I think that like yeah, we need to like kind of how I would realign this is Fox, like Marth and Peach and Puff, those are all matchups where you can like win by just like basically abusing, like doing little bits of like doing solid but like non-game breaking punish game damage. But
Hmm.
like you can kind of like choke them out in neutral once you have your things set up.
Yeah.
Fox is like not really like that.
Yeah.
And I would say that Luigi, to a large degree, is also not like that. The only thing about Luigi is that, like, once he's in the air, you can kind of just keep him there. So he's kind of
Hmm.
like a weird hybrid of the other two. But Luigi's kind of a weird exception. We'll figure that one out together. But
Fairly.
that's where I would start with Fox is, like, how do we prioritize, like, as part of this system, how do we prioritize damage? Because that's
Hmm.
really the key to beating the character.
Okay. And I would say probably prioritizing damage would be as good as like some of Link's moves are, like fair and nair. I don't think they're substitutes for bomb.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's where I also needed sort of where I learned a little bit from doing these things is sometimes I would just try one of the other options when I probably should have just pulled bomb. And it's also easier versus like to maintain your stage control or like the area where you want to be on stage against like Marth or Puff because they can't get to you as quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
so remember, bombs are both overshoots and undershoots, so the
mhm,
bombs are like extremely valuable. So I
mhm.
don't want to make it seem that like we're going to be playing like bombless Link or something, because that's
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's more
Yes. Yes. Yes.
it's more that like this just provides us another like way of understanding the interactions
Yeah.
and understanding how our tools fit into our kit, for when we
Mhm.
don't have the luxury of being able to set up our game plan properly.
Yeah, exactly. The way I tend to I guess sometimes forget is that Link is at his core a zoner. He wants you to be at a particular position and not up close. So that's what bombs do really well. So
Yeah, he's like Dizzy. He needs his bubble bath. Like it's just
exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
there you go.
Um.
So, with that, how would you want to explore this concept? Because it sounds like we've kind of have the right like it sounds like we've got ideas here. Like we want to figure out how to
Mhm.
like how these things fit together again in a more fast-paced matchup.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, there's like,
I have a.
mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I have a VOD. I versed a Fox here. I didn't take a single game, but I have a couple situations. I have a game that was pretty close where I think I implemented some things well, but also there were definitely parts where I needed to improve in. So we can review that. At some point, I would be down for a live coaching session, but I haven't had any time to grind rank to a position where I feel I'd be getting consistently people at a similar skill level. So maybe like next session we could do that sort of thing.
Sure. And the other thing is remember, it's not necessarily about finding somebody who's at your level. Like there's a lot of times it can actually be advantageous to like play against like players who are like a little bit like, like they're not free but but you're probably
Yeah.
going to win just because it's easier to create controlled situations versus them. Um
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You can actually test out the stuff that you're learning then.
Yeah, like if I go up to like Grape Ape and I'm like, "Yo, I've got this new Ness idea," he's just gonna clobber me because he's
Yeah,
like, he's insane. Like
yeah,
I have
exactly.
to
Yeah.
bring my like good stuff to him. But like if I go
Hmm.
up to like someone like Durnt or something, right? Like he
Hmm.
solid, but like I'm comfortably able to beat him. But
Yeah.
again, it's just more about like he's getting better, everyone's getting better, but like yeah, it's just there are this is kind of one of the utilities of like lower level players. They're good for
Hmm.
testing ideas out.
Yeah, exactly. There are games where you test, and there are games where it's solely strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's so we'll figure out the live coaching. Well, we can kind of take that as it comes. Like, we can figure that out later. There's no need to rush, but let's get those matches up so that we can take a look at what happened here.
Yeah, here we go. I'll send you this one. Here we are. Okay.
Okie dokie. That's there, and what is my playback volume on? Probably like 8,000. Oh, you played Vash. Okay, yeah. Vash is good. Okay.
He's good, yes. Yeah.
I can see why this was hard.
Yeah. It didn't take a single game. But this was one of the closer ones, so.
Makes sense. Yeah, when I played Vash when I was coming back, I think like for the first like 4 or 5 sessions I played with him, like the same story, so I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
And like this might just be my like optimism speaking, but I do think that Ness is like not better versus Fox, but I think his win condition is more straightforward because it's just grab him and like murder him.
That's fair. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I actually do like how you're doing this to start. Like, I think the jabs are a good choice. I would probably be looking... What percent is down smash knockover?
I actually don't know. That's something I need to figure out.
We'll look that up. That's fine. That's easy. That's quick. One thing I would consider is, weirdly enough, Boomerang. Yeah, because, like, he's dash dancing around a lot, and it's less committal than the bomb.
Yeah. That's true.
Like, if he's gonna, like, if he's gonna dance all the way on the other side of the screen, then, like, we might as well like, we pull the bomb and throw something at him.
Yeah.
So I would say that. I like what you're... Let's look at this juggle for a second. So we get this. So where did you think he was going?
I thought he would try to go top platform, so that's why I threw the bomb up, but I didn't know where he was going to go after the bomb hit.
So maybe we shouldn't commit to this up air until we know.
Yeah, okay.
Because, like, we're basically... Like, we could have easily reacted and got... Like, maybe not reaction tech chased him, but, like, certainly covered options on the right platform, right?
Yeah, I guess bomb does allow more time than I think in order to react to situations.
Yeah, and I think that this is another example of that. Like, you get this bomb, and, like... I'm almost thinking we can probably just spin attack him if we wanted to.
That's true, yeah.
Like,
it would cover a lot of situations.
Yeah, I think that, or like dash attack even, because like dash attack is a pop-up, right?
Yeah, it'll combo, so I could do dash attack into down air.
Yeah, like these also, like, I think that we need to like trust our reactions a little bit more. Oh no.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was, yes. I tried to go to ledge.
I'm gonna assume that you meant to like wave dash or something, or like just missed the short hop spacing or something like that.
I missed the short hop spacing. That's what it was.
Okay, cool. I like what you're doing here. This makes sense. I would take more space. Yep. Cool. Makes sense. So this is okay. So this is a Peach thing, but throwing bombs down. Like,
throwing bombs down.
Yeah, because like, so a lot of times like, or going off this side platform and throwing this way, like.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, what I notice here is, like, you could drop through the platform here, throw it down, and then double jump. So then you're, like, hitting him, and then you can kind of, like, move and react from the air. Like, act from the air. Yeah. Or you could go off this way and throw that way. That's a little riskier.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's kind of a Peach thing with turnips, where it's, like, a lot of times people are under you, and if you throw sideways, you won't get them.
Yeah, if I throw it down there, I might actually get hit by the explosion, though.
Yeah, but that's not a big deal. You care way more. Like, you're at what, like 54? He's at 22. Like, you care way more about him being at 30 than you do about you being at like 65.
Yeah, and bomb does knock down at that percent. That's
so you're fine. Like, like it's important to get Fox to the damage break points where we can actually do things to him. So like, like I think that like trading damage there is like profitable, because at the end of the day, like, you need your down smash, you need your like up air, you need your up tilt, like you need those moves to be online so you can actually fight this guy.
Yeah.
Because right now you just have so little going on.
Yeah.
But like now you're fine. Like now, like once you're like, you see how like your Nair and stuff are knocking over, your Boomerang popped him up, like this is great. It's just this like initial percent that's like just so miserable. I'd probably be trying to steer the fight towards the other bomb as well.
Okay.
So, like, we set this bomb, but we've rolled all the way over this way. But, like, the other obstacle is on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, so that was pointless then. Yeah.
Not pointless, like, you keep him from retreating, and maybe that's part of why the dare worked, but, like, I just think that, like, we want to use the threat, like, the thing we're setting up more directly.
Yeah, especially since if I'm closer to the bomb, I think as I showcased last time, if it's sitting on the top platform on certain stages, or not the top, but the sides, you can just short hop and grab it again.
Yeah, so I'm noticing we're not seeing... So, I'm noticing we don't really, like... You don't really go for, like, back airs. Is back air bad, or, like, what's the deal on back air?
It might be gimmicky. It's not bad, per se. Like, you can short hop back air and then into another back air. Like, double jump. You buffer the double jump. And you can do another back air, and then you can do, like, a nair even after that.
I'm just thinking short hop back air, like, auto-cancel into, like, up tilt.
Okay. Auto-cancel into up tilt.
Or, like,
you can auto-cancel it.
Or auto-cancel into turnaround, like, jab. Like, jab 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Just to get some damage, like, and help bridge that early game. Because I think that, like, yeah. So this, like, I think I see exactly what you mean. Like, what we have here is, like, an issue of efficiency. Like, we're creating good opportunities. Like, this isn't actually all that bad. Why not up throw?
There?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to go for the tech chase, but it's very difficult. So, up throw might have been better.
Yeah, so I think that, okay, so what I keep hearing is a lot of might. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, it's like, this might have worked, this might have been better. We need to know our characters, like, core things, like, a little bit better, because this is a totally winnable game, with minor tweaks, but the fact that we don't know whether or not we're supposed to, like, up throw into up airs or up throw into dash attack versus doing the tech chase, like, that's a problem. Because, that represents entire, like, decision points for our advantage state that we are not, like, really controlling deliberately. We're just kind of doing whatever. So, let me ask you, if you had to, like, let's say that you had a Fox, and you're on FD, like, you just happen to be on, like, FD, and and someone said, like, 0 to death him. If you had to give me the most bland, basic, like, B&B that Link can do, what would you say it would look like?
Okay, and we're both at 0 here?
Yeah, the Fox is at, like, whatever starting percent. Like, if you need him at 30 to get the party started, that's fine. But, like, I just want to know, like, what is Link's B&B, more or less?
So 0 is actually preferable, because what I would do is from 0 to 19, bomb into grab is guaranteed.
Okay,
so I would do bomb into grab. Yeah, bomb grab. And then the best thing to do after that, I think, would be up throw into down smash, because they'll usually DI. If they don't DI, then you have to either use up tilt or shield their shine, and then they're committed to it anyway. But after up throw into down smash, you're set up for another tech chase situation.
So probably a jab reset or another regrab, probably.
Yeah, either jab reset or even down smash would cover tech in place, and if we're talking reactable options, then down smash. It's tight, but it is technically humanly possible. But
it also just naturally covers a bunch of options. Like, if you're wrong, it often gets the roll through anyway.
Yes, yeah. So I guess that would be the best case scenario, and then trying to force them into the corner from the tech chase option at that point into maybe an up B, because once they're in the corner, up B should cover just about anything.
Okay.
You could do another down smash if you didn't think it was going to kill, but if they tech in place at the corner, chances are even if they spot dodge, the up B will cover it, and they hit the semi-spike then, and then they're probably dead.
Could we potentially explore, like, I noticed that we're, like, shying away from, like, juggle state. Is there a particular reason for that? I would think that, like, with your up air and your, like, up B and your down air and your up tilt, like, juggle state makes a lot of sense for Link to play towards. Like,
it does. It's actually what they want to do versus Sheik. For me, I tend to go for a lot of, I would say, suboptimal things, because I'm not very good at the juggle state.
Okay.
For the most part with Sheik, you want to actually do up throw, but I go for things that are kind of like down throw into down smash because it's guaranteed. It's not the best thing to do. I think Link actually wants Sheik in the juggle state, but I'm horrible at
Well,
capitalizing off of it.
okay. So, and where do you think that comes from?
Um,
Like, what goes wrong? So let's, because we're talking about Fox here. So Fox is easier to manage here, in my opinion, because as long as he's still stun locked, like up moves combo Fox really well, just generally speaking. So if we're putting Fox above us, here's my question: like, why are we not just like tacking like 1,000,000 damage on him with up airs and up tilts and things? Like,
yeah.
I think that because you actually do have a very powerful air kill move, and you have a really powerful like send off with your up B. So I would think that like keeping Fox airborne so you can do one or the other as your finisher makes a whole lot more sense than tech chasing. Because like the thing about tech chasing is you have to keep doing these like rigorous reactions, and or coverage things. But the coverage things always have holes, and then the reactions are always like very execution heavy. Juggle state is by comparison significantly more forgiving, and then even if you because it's a fast faller, even if they get out of it, a lot of times you just get the tech chase offered to you anyway because like they hit the ground, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
okay.
My question here is, so what do you think holds you back from using Juggle State as effectively as you could?
I think it's reading the double jump that at certain percents where, it's not going to be guaranteed. I know at 90-something% down air is guaranteed off of an up throw, but up until that point, I'm not very good at covering double jump basically covering double jump. Sometimes I'll just instantly go up and they'll double jump out of it. So maybe I should be waiting a little bit or
just going up higher.
Going up higher? If Link can reach there, I would be down for that. Yeah.
I mean, like you're usually what, like short hopping?
Off of an up throw? I guess I'm thinking at higher percents. But
well, I mean, like higher percents is like higher percents we worry about later. I mean, like if we what kind of B&Bs does he get out of his up throw at like mid percent, like 30 up?
Mid-percent. That's a good question. I need to study the Link punish document to figure out. There's a whole throw guide.
You know what? I think that we don't have to do that. Why don't we find you an unranked Fox and we do some experimenting against them with up throw?
Sure.
And juggle state, because I think that is going to be way more helpful to you than anything that you can find that you can study in a lab. Because what I see here is we just don't like. You get openings. You get really good openings. There's something else that like kind of stood out now that I wanted to kind of just gloss over quickly before I forget. So you're saying that like you can bomb grab people at 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if that is the case, if this will load, is this the one where you like leave the bomb? Where is the one where you leave the bomb? I think it's this last one. So here's it's over here. So my question is, why are we fighting all the way over here if our combo move is over there?
Yeah, that's true. That's yes.
Like if any, and the other cool interesting thing here is it also kind of creates an argument for should we be trying to time the should we be timing the bomb like when we lay the bomb down a little bit more aligned with when he like comes back. Like if we did it now, like if we pulled and dropped the bomb now, so that like we're getting more time out of it, so it overlaps better with his spawn. Like that could also be a way that we can potentially up our damage increase by just having like a better like response to his serve. Like I don't know how realistic that is because like you could just make the case that okay, but then Fox just waits out the invincibility. Like waits out on the Angel platform and drains the time anyway, which fair. But it's just one of those things where it's like I feel like this is not structured. This is structured very loosely right now. Like it feels like we're trying to do like kind of just put things up just to have them there. But like if this represents like potentially like a big open up, we should be playing towards that way more directly because I didn't realize how good that was at 0 on this guy.
Okay. that makes sense then. Yeah, I should be much more oriented around that section of the stage if the bomb's there. And yes.
Yeah. And I mean, like, obviously prioritize your survival. Like, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But, like, he's allowing you to do it. Like, we're just gonna come out and say it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, fair enough.
So let's do some spectator. I've sent you my spectator ID.
Sure.
Have you done this before?
Spectator, I've done it a long time ago before.
Okay, cool. So you just have to launch the game.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
Launch that. And then I hit start broadcast and confirm.
Yeah.
Okay. We are.
If it's not cooperating, okay, never mind. I got it.
We should be good. Should be good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, and just get right into unranked then?
Yeah, unranked or ranked, whatever you feel like playing. You said that you haven't grinded much, so if you want to do ranked just to keep so people don't run away as much, that's totally fine. But it's your call.
Fair enough. We'll give unranked a go. If it's not working, then we'll do ranked, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or yeah. I'll give it. Yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna say, worst case scenario, you can play My Bad Fox.
Fair enough. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
A Falco, that's close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. Because the whole idea here is that like we're improving our punish game. So yeah. So things that we want to do. Let's try to use like 2-piece combos that like get us to like our party the party percent. Party percent. What's the Link can like mess people up with most of his kit?
Mid percent is really good.
Okay. Let's say we'll define that as like 25, 30, something like that. So let's try to use like back air into like jabs, back air into grab, back air into like up tilt, just because those kinds of plays like bridge that percent really well. Because like if you can get a 2-hit combo that does that, then yeah, your work getting into that mid percent is done. It's kind of like what Sheik tries to do because she has a similar problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Good work. So up throw definitely looked good there.
Oh, I'm too far. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of time with the bomb.
Yeah, no, the hit lag looks crazy on that because of the 2 hits. So yeah, no, I get it. Okay, now we're going to look for up tilts. Like up tilts, down smashes. Yep. Okay, now we're going to look for... Yep.
That was yeah.
Okay, we're not going to look for a B. Let's try to like think of like other more stable kill options. So up tilt makes sense. Back air, I think, makes some amount of sense because like if they DI in, I think you can pop them up. Yeah. We'll just see we'll see where things take us. Fair is also good just for like hitting him off and killing him.
Yes.
So we can like start to use like double jump fairs to go around his lasers and stuff now.
Yes.
So like instant double jump fair. Easy clap. Oh, fancy.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, I missed the button.
It's okay. So we just did 50 with that opening. So like that's not bad. Like this is like the kind of numbers we want to be putting up. Like cuz this means that we can potentially take this stock into like real openings. So like let's look for our good moves. Yeah, dash attack. Let's try to RTC here. Like
okay.
We're just going to RTC dash attack because it's like it's consistent, it's strong, it doesn't and it looks pretty lenient. So yeah, let's just try to like do it instead of like giving up for coverage.
Oh.
How are you finding this, by the way?
It's good. It's been really helpful being much more aware of sort of what I need to do. Oh,
jabs. You do jabs or fair there. Because like he can always tech the up B or wall ride. So, like, he has too many options to work against that singular, like, piece of coverage. You need, like, something that has, like, that has a better hitbox or better active frames or both. So
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to jab there a lot of the time. You can also just down air, honestly. Like, it's not going to kill him, but, like, you will also keep him in disadvantage, and it does a whack ton of damage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just consistency. Because you don't want to be, like, throwing away edge guards over, like, over things that, you know, aren't going to yield reward. Or over things that are, like, powerful but, like, kind of clumsy, you know? We're above that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy's attacking out of shield a lot, which is fine, Falco.
Yeah, fair enough.
So let's do, like, fair into, like, turnaround up tilt. I think that makes a lot of sense in terms of our pressure.
Yes. Not like that, but yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, it was a fair and an up tilt. We're doing the good moves. Like, it's fine. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, that was great, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, and basically what we're doing is we're just thinking about, like, what he's been doing and, like, how we can, like, deal with that, but also in a way that gives us, like, the most bang for our buck. So I want to challenge you. When he's right next to you, let's try not to full hop nair around him. Full hop nair is more for, like, controlling the space when he's far away, because when we need the diagonal. But remember, we have a sword. Up close, we should be competitive with his attacks.
Yes, okay. Oh, I just did it, yeah, as soon as you said not to. Sorry.
No, that was fine, because you were at distance. What I said was, at distance, when you need the diagonal to, like, play, that's fine. But when you're closer, and you can just compete with him with the sword, that's when we, like, kind of drop the nairs.
Okay.
So let's, like, yeah. I think that was ambitious. I like the forward tilt idea. If you didn't miss the L cancel, that would have worked. Like, the idea was good. That was great. So playing for more power, how does this feel?
It's feeling... it's feeling good. There's that dash attack check chase that you mentioned.
Yep. Okay. We're kind of pulling the trigger early on up Bs. Why are we pulling the trigger on up B so early?
I think it's just an unconscious panic thing.
Gotcha. So let's have some confidence in what we're doing. Like, again, we're hitting hard. We're feeling good. Oh my god, the instinctive. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Boomerang to something?
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
But, sorry, I need to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep playing. We're not done yet. We're not done until we're finished a whole combo video. Like,
fair enough. Oh, that wasn't bad actually on hit.
Oh yeah, no, like your play, the play made a ton of sense. Yeah, but yeah, all I was gonna say is just like let's have some confidence in our. That was good by him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's have some confidence in our decisions, though, because, like, we're comboing well, we're, like, feeling cute, we're looking cute. Like, we are doing all the things. Always just jump off and nair him.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So he's, like, fighting us. We need to get out of our shield and we're near him. Like, we need to get away from him, like, roll or something.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm noticing is that you're rolling into, like, shield. What we need to be more comfortable doing is, like, rolling into dash.
Okay, rolling into dash.
Like, rolling into dash, rolling into jump. Like, we need to be able to, like, rolling into jab even. Like, we need to be able to roll into things that are not, like, do not allow him to just lock us down and shield again.
Yes. Ooh. Oh, okay.
So this guy's turning up the jets, that's okay.
Ooh.
It's okay, like I think this is like probably our worst matchup, like our worst map versus this playstyle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, that's... Oh, wait.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, this beginning of a comeback. No Falco has ever won from this position. Okay, so that's useful to know. So Boomerang when he's at the diagonal doesn't really seem to work with him in neutral, which makes sense. It's more of like an interrupt on dash dancing, I think.
Okay.
So like because he's like with him when he's like sideways with us, that's fine. Like that's a good Boomerang spot.
Lucked out with the bomb.
Let's try not to shield after we do things. Up throw?
Oh, it's supposed to be up throw, but I messed up.
It's okay. If you make a mistake, but you had the right play, then that's like fine.
Okay.
Good tech chase.
Thank you.
You're so much more deadly in these matches than what I normally see of you. It's nice to see you.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, game, recognize game.
I'm not facing the right way. Okay.
Doesn't matter. This guy's never edgeguarded us in his life. But you can see, like, okay, so you can see kind of, like, why I'm a fan of just taking the extra damage, because, like, with modern defense, like, a lot of times they can just, like, slide off and they're fine. So it's, like, and we played to the bombs.
Yeah, I tried that. It worked.
Honestly, putting them on the middle platform makes a lot of sense, because, yeah, then you have, like, you can access them from either side. That's probably why Red X did them against me when we played in tournament.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. See, like, we're learning a lot about our character, too, like, which is really, really sick, because, like, it's all these little things, but they're all really important. So he's, like, keeping his distance and trying to, like, get us with shines and stuff. I would suggest maybe, like, so it has a way we can, like, screw with him for that, because we do need to bomb, but, like, at the same time, we don't want to get, like, blown up for, like, throwing them at him.
There is a way, and it's Hylian Shield. Hylian Shield into Recatch Bomb.
Oh, okay. I was thinking we just Z-drop.
Z-drop works too.
Like, we just jump towards him as if we're going to throw it, then Z-drop into fair.
Yes. Yeah, it does. That does work too. If you short hop and throw the bomb too, the angle actually allows you, that it gets reflected at, actually allows you to run under it.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. So you can do that too.
Nice. Okay.
There's like counterplay. It's interesting.
Honestly, Link's bomb is one of the best design moves in the game, I think.
I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Like, it's really good, but, like, it's also, like, really interactive and, like, sick.
Yeah. That's why I think, like, I understand why people are frustrated to fight Link, but at the same time, I think it's better than dealing with, like, Falco lasers.
I actually don't think Falco lasers are that bad, like, for the same reason, because they're, like, there's a lot of power shielding stuff you can do about them.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think in, like, like, ZPS era, then, like, before we had, like, cheater boxes and fobs and, like, Z power shield, like, I can kind of see it, but, like, nowadays, we just have so many ways around them.
Yeah.
What type of controller do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
I use a fob.
Nice. See, and, like... And I know this is, like, results-based thinking, but, like, I'm just gonna say that, like, if we had missed that edgeguard with, like, an up B, there's no way the Boomerang ever saves us. We're just in lag for too long.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
So this guy's figuring it out, so let's think about this. What do we need to do? What is he doing that's, like, beating us?
Well, he's maybe afraid to use bombs slightly.
Oh, just don't be. Like,
yeah.
Like, just do the counter. Like, just do the counterplay. Like, don't ever, like, be afraid to use your character's best move.
I think I could have taken that if I played a little differently.
That's okay. We're still gonna take this.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
No. Whoops.
He had a good play at the end, though. Like, that was good by him.
GG'd.
Oh, he GG'd us?
He GG'd.
Alright,
So,
whatever. That's fine.
I think that's a good amount of data. I apologize if I wasn't, I I find it hard to implement live, I guess.
What are you
If that
talking?
makes sense.
What are you talking about? You did like 8 of them.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, like actually. So no, like let's go through our list. So we said that we wanted to like use we wanted to do more concrete kill confirms. You definitely did a bunch of like up throw down airs that like just straight up killed off the top. We said we wanted to dash attack RTC. We definitely saw those. We wanted to play around the bombs during his respawn a lot more effectively so we could like get better openings. Saw that. We wanted to use our fair and our up tilt as pressure tools in close quarters to exercise our like disjointed hitbox advantage. So we definitely did those. Yeah, like no, you did all the things.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes me happy to hear.
Yeah, like they can still be cleaned up further, sure, but like you did them. Like you get credit for that.
Oh, okay, perfect. And it's just a matter of maybe like learning the percents at when things are guaranteed off of up throw as well, and what to do.
Yeah. So one thing I was hoping that you noticed, and I don't know if this came through, because this is really fundamental to this particular advantage state. Juggle state is kind of cool because you don't actually need all the hard rules on it. You know how you kind of were like were there any moments where you were just like, okay, let's just like up air him and see what happens? Or
yeah. There was stuff that I'm so used to going for things that I know are guaranteed, like at 96 up throw into down air. But then when I was just up throwing and just being like, I'll just try to up air anyway, like it was just working.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, go ahead.
And I just find it interesting because I think I view certain punish situations as I need to do what's most optimal all the time, or guaranteed. And when I say that, I mean what's guaranteed. But the thing is that nobody plays optimal 100% of the time. And so sometimes some things are just going to be... Yeah, sometimes some options that aren't quote-unquote optimal are just going to work and be quite good.
Yeah, so the way I kind of look at it is you want to think about the strengths and weaknesses of the different like advantage states that the game has to offer. Like knockdown, you've got edge guard, like you've got knockdown, you've got recovery, and then you've got like juggle state. Those are the three. Those are like the big three. And I would say, and you've got like blended ones, like when you've got somebody on a platform and stuff like that, but like on a side platform or top platform in knockdown or something like that. But like in general, in order of like least to most like loosey-goosey, I would say that like knockdown is the one that is the most concrete. Then I would say edge guarding and juggle state would be next in some order. And the reason for that is that like the property that those advantage states are using is one of them is using the fact that like the opponent like the recovering player for like recovery for edge guarding, they have to come back. Like there's only one direction that they can go. It's forward and up or like forward in some way, because if they don't, they will die. So understanding that, how can we control the space in a way that doesn't let them come back? It is a pretty abstract question because the positions themselves are pretty abstract. Like they're very variable. They're not really set in, like you could have like, think about like a fox recovering, right? Or like a peach recovering, right? Like she could be off stage and like the method of how you edgeguard her is like pretty straightforward. It's like zone with projectiles, hit nickel and dime, look for up air, look for nair, look for down air, like that kind of thing. But at the like how you do that varies a lot based on the subtle shifts that she does, because that changes how her recovery works. So it is kind of like an amorphous thing. And I'd say that juggle state is kind of like the in-between of knockdown. And now that I say that out loud, I'd say that juggle state's kind of the in-between of those two things, of like edge guarding and knockdown, because juggle state ultimately does have some on-stage like tangibles that are being worked with, like namely the auto-cancel landing penalty. So like that structures how you can go for like how you can use the platforms as traps. It structures how if you just like wait nearby their landing and then just time something like kind of like a meaty almost for their landing as they hit the floor, you'll get them because they will be committed. And then the counterplay of the jugglee is all about it all revolves around them needing to find a spot where like those advantages aren't relevant, or they need to find a way to like muscle through what you're doing. This is the reason why I'm encouraging you to like play for that one, is because Link is a zoner. And how is he like, so in this game, how does one zone? Well, you have to have disjoints, because that's really the only way you can do it in this game, because we don't really have weird move properties. Like, for how much people complain about weird move properties, we don't actually have all that many of them. So it really comes down to disjointedness a lot of the time, and Link actually has a pretty good abundance in that. With his up air, with his up tilt, with his bomb, with his boomerang, like with basically like sword plus projectiles.
Yeah.
So I guess what I would kind of challenge you to think about is Link, like, why would, if we know that Juggle State is his best one for like the floaty matchups, for Sheik, for Marth, like for the mid fallers, for the floaties, why would the fast fallers be any different?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's starting to click a little bit now.
Yeah, because like
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, and something I'm looking at is now that you're mentioning it, I'm thinking about what access he has, like what moves he has access to on like an up throw compared to a down throw, and uh, he gets a lot of just like he's off of an up throw at certain percents. He's even going to maybe have the opportunity to like pull a bomb if they decide to double jump or anything like that.
Yeah.
If I know it's something's not guaranteed, like I can't get them or something like that, then that's something I can do, and that's something that I do for like the floaties, right? Like I know I can't combo Samus off of a throw, so I up throw and then I pull a bomb.
Yeah. Or you can just
So
or you could up air below them anyway, because it's like
yeah.
if they double jump away from you, then you have committed a short hop up air. You're gonna land. You're gonna be actionable soon. They're still hanging out above you.
Oh yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Like they still have to come down. So like at that point, this is what I mean. Like, and this is what I mean about like it having that extra insulation for the attacker, because a lot of like on the floaty characters, once you do that like initial check with the up air, usually what that means is they have to jump or they get hit by the up air. Like assuming you do assuming it like that the coverage part of it works, and you time correctly, then yeah, they shouldn't really have like offensive counterplay to it. They just have to back off in some way. So then at that point you just push advantage anyway, and if they hang themselves by like falling into it, then you just do your combo. In the case of the fast fallers, they tend to be less good at like getting out of those like kinds of. They tend to be better if there is a window available, because their like mechanics are faster. But the trade-off is when you pop them up and drop the combo or not, like you have so much more control over like how you can transition Juggle State into a knockdown and like back and forth, because they fall so much faster. So then like you have a lot more luxuries with in terms of just insulation, because you drop the combo, but like, oh, I get the tech chase now. That happens all the time. And then conversely, you also have the option, okay, you know what? I don't really think I can kill him off the top right now. Let's put him into a knockdown and keep going. Because either he'll like play near the edge, in which case I can spin him, or he won't, in which case I will.
Oh, it's cutting up. Sorry. Sure, sounds good. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Okay. Hmm. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's really making a lot of sense right now. Yeah. No. 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 I'm super into number. That's actually how I got relatively okay with Link's punish game at some point, was memorizing the percents at which things worked and stuff like that. So I'm down. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Um, was there anything else that I noticed at Gommel? Yeah, let's go over Luigi really quick. Um, I think I'm thinking finding the times to pull bombs. Weirdly enough, when I'm only pulling bombs, it seems to be almost easier. But when I was trying to implement things like fair and overshooting, it became much more difficult. But I think that's maybe because I was making incorrect decisions and it was putting me in positions where it was just going to be very hard to pull bomb. Like I try and overshoot with a nair, which might not even be good. Um, I think in the set I was playing then I was trying to be the aggressor. Yes. Ah, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, mhm. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, yeah, and that's something I think I noticed when comparing my sets with like other Luigis and the one I versed at Gommel was that sticking to the just pull bomb game plan works. It seems to just work against Luigi. So, uh, fair enough. Hmm. 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 Yeah, so I think, and that's what I noticed in the start of the games too. Is I would just do a bomb-based game plan, and I would fade back to pull a bomb on platform, and I don't think there's much he can do about that. Um, so yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I stopped doing it at one point, but I think it's because um, Rose, he was getting reads on me. Well, we play all the time because I literally live with him. So his ices um, starts to read when I'm going to go to platform, and so that's when I was getting punished for pulling a bomb. So I would try and switch it up, but I don't think I need to do that against Luigi, especially a Luigi that doesn't know how to play me specifically as well. Hmm. Yes, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I was definitely trying to pull bombs, like, and I found I can do this against ices more so because ices have the it's almost a curse and a blessing, but they have ice blocks, and Luigi doesn't have a great projectile. Like, not that ice blocks are fantastic, but I find ices will commit to ice blocks sometimes, like the full hop and ice block, and it gives me time to pull a bomb. Um, but Luigi, I find, doesn't use his projectile, and so if he sees me pull a bomb while I'm stationary, he just zooms in.
That's kind of his lot. That's kind of his lot in life.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. 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 Fair enough. Yep. Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. It was very enlightening. I actually am looking forward to what I'll do. I think for next session, it'll be 2 weeks from now, Monday, same time, or okay, perfect, perfect. So that'll be. Let me just get that down here. The 10th, I believe. June 10th. Perfect. I'll put that in. And yeah, next time I guess I'll grind ranked a little bit, and then maybe some live coaching, or if I have enough SLPs or things like that from it, then if you're down to review those, that'd be great. Mhm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Perfect. Yeah, that'd be great. Uh, Sounds good. Let's get some Link Nest soon. I'm kind of itching for it at some point. That sounds amazing. I appreciate that. That'd be great. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, I'll shoot you a message when I'm free as well. And if you're free, then and it happens to coincide, I'm totally down to get some new games. All right, you. Thank you. You as well. Have a good night.